Hello there, ChickChat. We're back. We're talking about Jersey Shore, which it's been like, almost a year since we talked about them. I mean, it's been a
I think
while.
so, a little less than a year, I think. But yeah, it's been a while, so I'm glad that we're back. I do love watching Jersey Shore. I like the editing in Jersey Shore. It definitely keeps it more entertaining, especially the older that they get, because the storylines aren't like juicy and dramatic like they used to be, but it's still funny.
Yeah.
It's still a really entertaining show. So I think they're going to Paramount after this season, but I don't think it's been like officially said yet. So
Yeah. And if
yeah.
MTV is getting ready, or if MTV is getting rid of them, then there's not much hope for like Teen Mom and stuff either. I mean, Jersey Shore is pulling a lot more viewers. An update.
I don't think not a new season. But there have been some cast members that have been saying that they've been participating in something Teen Mom related. And so
is it those documentaries that are coming out?
No. So that is separate, but that is something that is what I was saying. I don't think we talked about yet, but there's some main cast members. I think Corey said something. I think Macy said something, if I remember, about participating in something. I think they might, maybe I'm just spitballing, be doing like a check-in goodbye special, like a 1 episode, 5-minute kind of blip thing, if that is true. But then yes, there's also there's a documentary that's coming out. It's actually coming out on Monday. It's going to be on Investigation Discovery, I think at 8 o'clock, maybe 9 o'clock or 10. But it's coming out on Monday, and it's a 1 episode because it's in like a longer, it's like Hollywood is bad kind of Investigation Discovery, but they're doing a Teen Mom episode, and I think they're featuring a couple of the girls from a couple different seasons. I don't know how they're going to portray them. It's obviously going to be negative towards Teen Mom. But I am recording it and I'm going to watch it. I don't know if Anna and I will cover Jersey Shore next week because we usually wait for a couple episodes. Maybe we'll cover this Teen Mom thing. I mean, let us know if you guys have interest in that. Definitely drop a comment because that will probably motivate us a little bit more. But yeah, I mean, if it's silly, we probably won't. But if you guys are interested, we might hop on next week and make some comments about it. So, okay. So back to Jersey Shore, away from Teen Mom, away from Teen Mom, back to Jersey Shore. So Sammy is pregnant. That's how we're jumping into this first episode, which is technically the 19th episode because it's part B of the season. But this is how we're jumping into the first episode. We have a baby.
Yes, which we're so happy for her. I mean, she was doing the IVF thing and she's had miscarriages, and I'm just glad that she is pregnant. I mean, obviously we know now she has a baby and she's had the baby in August. So, congrats to them. But so she's just worried about
the baby from the season too, because they showed some clips of that as well.
Yes. She's just kind of worried about telling everybody too soon and like miscarrying, because like in the first trimester everything really is so hit and miss, and you don't really want to announce too soon, because then if you miscarry then you kind of go through and you don't have to tell people that, and it's just really hard. It's a hard thing to go through, and she's already probably been through it before, so she doesn't want to say anything, and they're about to go to a birthday party, so she's just like, I'm not gonna say nothing. And this is like the 2 episodes where Sammy's like, I ain't gonna say nothing, but she can't not say nothing. Like, I swear, this girl.
She says she gives away all of her own secrets. And I think she's actually to the point now that she's out of the first trimester and she's ready to tell people, but she doesn't want to do it at this party. Which, I mean, I just feel like if you're over 25, like, you can share your birthday with something.
Yeah.
That's just my
opinion. You know what I think was so funny, and maybe I'm the only one who noticed this, but I shouldn't have been, is that Sammy is like the queen of hijacking birthdays. Okay, like she hijacked Jenni's birthday, not on purpose, but I kind of think it was like I think it was set up in some way, because it just felt not natural. Like, she's like,
it felt like the producers had their hands in this somehow.
because you could just say, I don't want to ride a horse because I don't really want to ride a horse. Like, I don't know if I would really want to get on a horse. I mean, she's not like an
Right. Let
equestrian or something, like a
everyone
known
go and then
equestrian.
be like, oh, I changed my mind. I'm good. I don't want to. So yeah, I mean, she certainly wasn't forced into it. It's not like she
Yeah,
was forced into riding this horse. So yeah, I do think that there was
right.
some producer shenanigans at play. And I'm sure she was involved because that would be a horrible thing for producers to just like spring on you. But yeah, it did feel
Yeah.
a little funny. But I'm happy for her.
Well, not even just that. So like she, announces on Jenny's birthday, right? And then Luna's birthday comes around and she's like, just go get a pregnancy test. Like, you guys couldn't wait till after the party to like go get a pregnancy test, like
I
you
mean,
really
if
had
we know
to.
Angelina, she's probably sitting at that table drinking wine, so she probably should have stopped.
Maybe. I mean, I guess when you don't know, you don't know. And she wasn't really that sure. And she thought she had a period and whatever. So I guess, yeah. But then this woman gets married on Ronnie's birthday. And I'm like, girl, birthdays are not safe around you. Like, you've had everyone's
Nothing
birthday.
is safe around her. Like, she's also gonna get married at Angelina's like wedding venue as well. I mean, she is the queen of copycats and stealing days. You're
Yeah,
right.
like,
It's a lot.
I mean, I guess no one's mad at her and like it's all right, but I'm kind of like, girl, like,
Angelina might
you
be
are.
mad at her wedding venue thing. Apparently she says yes, but then it seems like she has emotions about it. I'm excited to see that part. I hope she does not ruin Sam's wedding. If not, that venue is cursed if the wedding's ruined. But
Yeah,
also, all
hopefully
Jersey
not.
Shore weddings are cursed. So
Yeah, honestly, no one give a speech. That's
please,
that's
yeah,
that's the
I
most.
think they've learned their lesson with that. I mean, Snooki almost didn't come back. Like for
Yeah,
real, almost did not come back. So, but yeah, so we know that Sammy is pregnant. They don't want to share it at the party. And then we get a couple like general cast updates. Mike's doing well. He's 10 years sober. Ron's got some new teeth going on. Apparently, you have to change them every 10 years.
yeah, like
Makes sense,
boobs.
but I didn't
Yeah,
know. Yeah. He's like, they don't sag, but blah, blah, blah. I do think that these teeth fit him better. I don't know why he
yeah,
didn't do this earlier because he got so much feedback on how crazy they were. I mean, maybe there's probably only so many years should probably go by before you start ripping things out of your gums again, but I don't know.
yeah,
Anyways, Angelina's getting a new house. She says that she wants a fresh start from 2.0, that they are officially broken up. And she is proving that by raw dogging her way to motherhood.
yeah. Yep. I thought that was so strange. She's like, yeah, I want to have a baby, but I'm in having all kinds of experiences. I'm
Unprotected.
like, so
Yeah.
would you even? I'm like, would you even know who the dad is? Like, is there a specific person, or like, I was very confused by her, like,
It sounds
just
like she's
doing.
confused.
Yeah, I was like, you trying to trap somebody in something? Because like, do they know you want to have a baby? Like, what's going on here? But
I mean, I
yeah,
think any man who's having unprotected experiences with women should know that that's a possibility. I mean, we're in our 30s. They're getting into their upper 30s, into their 40s. I think we all know how a baby is made by now. If even Sammy says that in the next episode when Angelina's in complete disbelief, she's like, well, you're having unprotected sex, literally with the intention of being happy with being pregnant. But yeah,
she's like, it
just
just
like,
naturally happened. I can't believe it just naturally happened. And she's like, girl, like,
I do understand that she was trying with her husband, and that wasn't working out. And I know that a lot of people have that experience where they think for some reason that they're infertile or that it's really unlikely for them to get pregnant, and then it does, which is a blessing and a wonderful thing and all of that. But it's still like, you shouldn't be shocked when this does happen. Like, just because you think you're infertile, I mean, unless your ovaries and all of that are completely removed and like it could happen.
Yeah. Like there are some people who just aren't compatible together to have a kid, and sometimes it's just like
Well,
some
we would
third
know
force
that with
someone where
Angelina and her husband. Like
yeah,
Angelina and her husband, what was his name? Chris. Like they were
yeah,
uncompatible in all of the levels. They could not communicate. They could not be physical with each other. They couldn't pay bills together. They barely could live together.
yeah. Like some people
I
really do
think
have
that's the
like, you know, like
universe.
PCOS. Like some people have, yeah, some people have like issues with fertility, and I'm not going to minimize that, but there is sometimes where you are physically not compatible with somebody else, whether it's like a blood type thing or like a whatever. Like sometimes you are just physically not compatible to have a child with somebody. Um, and sometimes that's a good thing for some people because like people sometimes think they want a baby with somebody and then like the relationship goes to crap
I
and then thank
mean,
God they didn't have that baby
Angelina
with them. And then
wants a
now
baby
they're
with
in a nice relationship.
anybody. She
Yeah, I
can
think
make
she's
that.
just trying to heal something in herself. Yeah, she's trying to heal something in herself because, like she said, she doesn't really have much family, so she wants her own. And you know, she's in her 30s. I mean, it's not like she's in her early 20s doing it. Like I don't know if she should be doing this with just like a random dude and whatever. I mean, I kind of like the sperm donor situation a little bit better, but honestly,
It's
like
the
to
same thing.
me, if this is what she wants, if this is what she really wants to do in her like mid to late 30s, like what other time are you gonna do it? You know,
Yeah,
like
I'm
she
not
doesn't
mad at
have
her. I mean, I think it's totally Angelina. Like if you wanna do the things to put a baby inside of you and you wanna take responsibility and, whatever happens with the donor, whether he is a human that you know or a human that you chose online, but I see it as the same thing. I mean, I'm not mad at her, but it's so Angelina. It's so chaotic.
yeah,
It's so like, I mean, it feels impulsive, but we all know that Angelina's been trying to have a baby for a long time. It was more of like she didn't
yeah,
have a partner to have a baby with. And seems like she's made a deal with
right.
herself that she doesn't care where the baby comes from at this point. She just wants one. So I'm more power to
Good
her.
on
I
her.
don't
I
think
mean,
yeah, I don't think that this is gonna end with it on a happy note, but I'm happy to see this story play out. So I'll be excited
yeah,
for her until be
at
sad.
first I thought it was like rage bait last season when they
Me too.
did this, but then I kind of saw like photos of her like and I was like, well, maybe she is pregnant or maybe like, you know, whatever. But
Mhm.
I feel like we should go into this. I'm not sure. I have seen online, and maybe you guys have seen more because I don't keep up with Jersey Shore in the same way I do like Teen Mom and like Unexpected and stuff like that. Like I mainly just like watch the show, but I have seen people say that she lost the baby that she is pregnant with, and I would believe that just because I haven't seen anything about a baby, and I don't think she would really keep that a secret, especially now. I mean, this baby would have had to have been born by December,
Yeah,
at the
at
latest,
least, if
considering
not
Sammy
earlier.
is in August.
Yeah.
So I don't think she would have been keeping a baby this long, but that makes me very sad for her, especially watching the season back and going through. Like I think about
Yeah.
now, you know, Sam's having a gender reveal and she's doing like all these things, like probably a baby shower and stuff. And it's probably very hard to see somebody that you're pregnant with around the same time, like have their baby and have their experiences when you are going through something like that. And it could be her first miscarriage or whatever it is. So,
Yeah.
that to
Well, and
me, like
especially
I
too,
could
like
understand if
we're gonna
Angelina
see
actually spiraled.
yes, and we're gonna see her and Sam like really buddy up over this and kind of bond over this. So I it's gonna be hard, I
Mhm.
think, to watch, but obviously it had to have been really devastating for Ange. So I do feel for her. But yeah, I saw a couple of rumors that maybe even it was a chemical pregnancy, which does not make anything any
Yeah,
better. But maybe it didn't go
no,
on for very long. But still, just like a huge significant loss. So yeah, I mean,
it is. Yeah.
I'll be interested to be watching, and for now we're all really happy for her. But yeah, I think we all are bracing ourselves for the whatever happens, because that is still kind of a mystery of what exactly happened. But I think we all know that there isn't a baby.
hmm So, I mean, and maybe we're wrong, and maybe she has been hiding it this whole time for the sake of the season or whatever. I mean, I hope so, but I don't think that's the case. But
right, maybe she's truly like just like Kylie Jenner, like she really can hide these kinds of things.
I don't think so, but I, hope so for her and everything. But yeah, I don't think so. And I will say, like, it is really hard if you know, like, somebody was pregnant around the same time as you, and you kind of watch that baby. Like, it doesn't just stop with the pregnancy, like the baby growing, and you're like, oh, my baby would have been doing this or that. And it's, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if she spirals a few times until she does end up with her own baby again. Like, and I do think that she will. I think eventually, like, if she's not pregnant right now, almost, like, I think she will be soon enough, because, yeah, I don't think she wants to wait. I don't think she wants to wait anymore. So,
yeah, anyway. Agreed. So we get a couple of other updates from the cast members as everyone's getting ready to go to the medieval times for Jenni's 40th birthday. I mean, that was done on purpose, right?
I guess she didn't really want to go to the club. I don't blame her. I wouldn't want to for my 40th birthday either. I got, and they've been to
early the medieval
clubs.
times.
I went there in August and it was really cool, but I was pregnant. So, like, what else was I going to do? Like,
well, I'm not saying it's not a cool place. I'm saying the literal name is the medieval times for someone's 40th birthday. Like, is that not a play on words that you're like from the medieval times? Like,
I get it. Like,
I'm not bashing the medieval times. That's a great place to eat a potato and a piece of chicken, like Vinny says.
With your bare hands. Yeah. That's the part that kind of got me, is I'm like, I gotta do this with my bare hands. Like, anyways.
It's part of the experience.
I guess I didn't think about it like Middle Ages, right? Like the Middle Age. I don't know if Zach really thought that far. I don't know how smart 24 is, but I think he just.
Yeah, I also wonder though, like, did Zach really plan it, or are we all just saying Zach planned it in the production?
Well, what's the plan to go to the Middle Ages? Like, you just like, oh, well, let's just go there. Like, it's not like he had to do anything extra than think like, oh, let's just go there. Like,
I mean, they had balloons and shit set up. Like, somebody did that. The Lordy, look who's 40. Like,
well, I'm sure he had the idea. And he went to production and it was like, go set it up. We'll be
That's
there.
what I'm saying. He said, I'd like to have a party for Jenni. And then production was like, perfect. The medieval bitch is going to medieval times.
Yeah, and she was excited.
She was. I think it was a great, like, I would be happy to be there. But she was a little late. I guess she was like, I don't know if she was supposed to be fashionably late or whatever, if this was the plan, but I just kept feeling like she was missing her party, because they all sat down to eat. They're talking with each other, catching up, and then they go and like do this like they pretend to be medieval people. So I just don't get it. I'm like, why isn't Jenni here? Isn't this her party? They had already ate food, participated with the cast, and this woman's not even here yet. We gotta wait. Now they're getting outfits, and still Jenni's not there.
They gotta break it in for her,
I was perplexed. So finally, she arrives.
Yeah, that's for the youngins, Miss Brooke, not the Middle Ages. I guess all the other activities were the pre-activities.
If I arrived to my own surprise party and everyone had already ate and participated in the activity, I don't care how old I am, I would be like, am I late? Like, what happened? I would look at my husband and say, when were we supposed to be here?
I know. Like, my kids ain't young enough for me to be this late. Like,
yeah,
it's not their fault. Like,
right.
Yeah, I know. I was, I guess. So, I get they do this whole medieval times. We do the horse thing with Sam. I mean, what else can we really say?
Yes. We get some catch up on everything. Sam and Justin really think that they're fooling all the cast members with like, nobody is on to us, but they're acting so strange, and everybody knows when she went for her like IVF implantation. Like that was the end of the last season. Everybody knew the exact date. And so I appreciate that everyone is being sensitive and letting her say things on her own time, because that's how it should be. But I'm sure they all have a sense. If she's pregnant, she's probably going to tell us soon. It's been 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
And she's acting so weird. And I just think I would know. But I would not press it either. I mean, it's her business.
That's kind of why I thought that part was like a fake storyline, because I'm like, okay, like if you're really trying to keep something like to yourself or whatever, you just wouldn't really be over here like, oh yeah, they're not on to us. They're not on to us. Like, girl, like you're at a birthday party. Why would they even need to be on to you? They should be thinking about Jenni and like, you know, like you're not the focus here. So I kind of thought that was funny. Like that's why I think like that part of the storyline wasn't like legit, because otherwise, if it was, then she would have just declined to go on the horse and just been like, I'm just not really feeling up to a horse. Like, I don't really feel comfortable on horse. Like, it's not, like I said earlier, it's not like Sammy is a known equestrian or something where people would look at her and be like, you not go on a horse? Why not?
I mean, I do think the big difference is it's not like she was trying to keep the pregnancy a secret anymore. She just didn't want to say it on her birthday. So I think she sort of was just like, okay, let me just spill the beans and get it out of the way. But she certainly could have held true to like, I would like to have an announcement that's not, you know, in a fucking, excuse my language, medieval times in front of a stranger. Like this woman who was on top of the horse, I would have been mortified if I was that horsewoman and this was real. Did I just out this person's pregnancy? Oh my God. I would have went home horrified.
But did you not think though that woman was like a paid actor besides being at Medieval Times paid actor? Because the way she was like, well, why wouldn't you want to get on the horse? Like, why wouldn't you?
I think she asked 2 or 3 times if someone is pregnant. I mean, I know the editing like kind of like did a for a minute and replayed it, but yeah, I mean, I do think she was a paid actor, but that's what I'm like. It's unbelievable in that way, because that woman. There's no way she wouldn't have been bright red and like apologetic and all kinds of things. I would have taken my horse and ran away. She's just like okay.
I do not need to out her pregnancy right here and there. Like, yeah, like I've, you know, when you go on a ride or something, they'll be like, yeah, you don't be this pregnant, you gotta be this high, like whatever. Like they kind of run through it. But yeah, the way this woman was like, is anybody pregnant? Is anybody pregnant? You better not be pregnant. Like, I mean, she didn't do it exactly like that, but the way she,
she kind of
like,
did.
I know the way Sam was like, I can't go on, and she's like, well, why not? Like somebody just doesn't want to get up on a damn horse or something. Like some people just don't want to be on a damn horse. Like sometimes they smell. Or like
it doesn't have to be that you're drunk, injured, or pregnant. You can simply say no. You can just say, I'm not an equestrian.
And honestly, if I was Sam and I was really trying to keep it a secret, I'd be like, oh, I had a couple drinks earlier. Like, don't mind me. Like, I'm not good for the horse. Like, there's so many other things she could have said. But yeah, I do think that this was just kind of like a producer, like, throw in, you know, like, let's just make this seem like a bigger deal than it was. And, you know, whatever.
Because
but
let's be real, like, although the Medieval Times is cool and everything to go to watch a 40-year-old's birthday at Medieval Times while they're all dressed in capes is not that exciting. So we have to have a pregnancy announcement. Like that's just how the producers are working. And again, like, hats off to them, because this turned out to be an entertaining day where we had this whole will she, won't she spill her own beans, and then she spilled the beans because of a horse. Like, all of that stuff is fake probably, but it did keep me watching.
Well, I was just so like, this is obviously fake. It like took my mind off the fact that Ron was even there. And I'm like, oh yeah, he got to learn this too. When he talked in confession, I was like, oh yeah, you were there, huh? Like,
yeah, there he is. There's his head right here.
I was like,
so excited.
You were there. I wouldn't even pay, and like all the other seasons with Ron and Sam, that's the only thing I focus on is like, oh, like what kind of looks are they giving each other? Like, are they like, oh, I can't stand you, or like what? So like, it was kind of nice change to be so focused on the fact that this felt so fake in a sense. And I'm not, you know, it's fine that it was that way. It's just
like organically
more like
fake.
looking at this
like
lady, like, yeah. I don't know. I kept side-eyeing the lady more than anything. I'm like, really? Like,
Yeah.
why would you
Yeah.
keep asking? Like, why would you push that? Like, so you could just say no to a horse just because you don't want to get on a damn horse, but whatever.
Sure. Or you
Now I'm
just
beating the
say,
damn
like,
horse.
again, if this was real, just say, if you're pregnant, don't ride it. Like, you don't make people announce like this. But that, yeah, again, I mean, this definitely was not real. They called Dina pretty much right away to let her know about it, because I think Dina's the only one that wasn't there since even Ronnie was there.
Right. And after that little bucket of affirmations she made Jenni and Snooki make, I mean, she better be the most emotional about it. Like,
true. And she wasn't even there to complete the scroll of 40 things they love about Jenni. I wonder if they FaceTimed her then, because it's kind of right up her alley.
that really is a Dina move. It really is.
So true. I also just thought that this was so funny because obviously they called, to talk about the pregnancy reveal. And then Sam is like, oh, yeah, it's Jenni's birthday. Like, do you want to see her? And I think she said no. Like, I don't think she gave the phone to Jenni after that.
I see her enough.
Yeah, like, again, like, not to be rude, but yeah, like, who cares? I mean, I'm sure she told her happy birthday earlier.
Right. Or she got FaceTimed again later. Like, I don't know. But anyways, another thing that we learned that Jenni is doing is making a second movie, which I didn't watch the first movie, but I have seen reviews about it. I think we talked about this last season. And I was actually thinking the movie might be like really good or something because of the way that the show portrayed it, but a lot of the reviews are not so good. So I'm confused.
Yeah, and we do find out in this episode too that she lost investors on this. I don't know why she lost investors. It could have had to do with anything, but I wonder if those investors signed up with all the hype of the other movie and then once it was out, maybe pulled out. I don't know.
Yeah. I heard that movie just didn't have, like, if I remember right, that it just didn't have good structure. You didn't like the storyline just kind of stopped making sense, and it just it's like a horror movie, and I think horror movies are probably the hardest to make because you have to have so many different factors. You have an actual interesting storyline on top of like trying to scare people or at least like freak them out a little bit, like something that they'll think about later, and that's harder than doing like a rom-com or like a funny movie.
Right, you have to like induce fear or an emotion in someone. Like, you can't just like fall back on a love story or funny jokes or something. I don't like the name of this though. It just gives like adult film.
I know.
Not serious horror movie. Yeah.
I kind of like I don't know if she really discussed the premise. I don't remember. But I kind of think like a movie about something like that could be interesting, but I was kind of like, am I catching a vibe here? Like, what? I don't remember. And the other one's name was like Devin or something. I was like, girl, you gotta start naming these movies a little bit better. Like, I don't.
Yeah. And she did say,
little horror movie.
Right. A lot of the reviews about Devin, she said that she didn't even have a script for that show. So I'm sure that people are not being too harsh when they say it didn't really have like a cohesive story.
Yeah. It makes a lot more sense that she didn't have a script, I guess, after reading like some of the reviews. And even if you watch the trailer or whatever, it's a little chaotic. But it's her first movie. So like I don't even blame her for that. Like, you try, you learn, not every movie maker has like a perfect first movie. There's no way. But I'm sorry, but the title of that movie just being Devin, like I'm just meeting I'm not going to an AA meeting and someone, oh, I'm Devin. Like it's a horror movie. Like give me a title that's gonna like rivet me. Not like I'm gonna go meet somebody. Like, who is Devin? Yeah, like who is Devin? Like what does that mean? Like I know many Devins. They're not scary. It's not even like a known serial offer or anything. Like Ted or something, like Ted Bundy or whatever. Like
I do think she could do better with her titles. Definitely.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that she didn't stop at Devin because it seems like there was a lot of room to grow from there, and hopefully she does in fact grow. But I mean, she mentions later that she's got investors pulling out and she's essentially paying for all of this out of her own pocket. And I can't imagine that she's about to make hundreds of thousands of dollars, as she put it, back on this movie called Nanny Cam. I mean, maybe she does. I am not, I'm just a girl from Michigan who knows nothing about this kind of stuff.
I don't think that movie's out yet. I don't think it's out yet. But if we learned anything from Bennifer, all right, what Ben told J-Lo, you don't ever fund your own movie.
Yeah.
It's the worst. It's suicide or whatever. I should.
Well, she's not in the movie.
I know, but you don't fund your own movie is what Ben Affleck.
Oh, fund. Okay.
Yeah, you don't fund your own movie. You gotta get, and you gotta have invested. Like, you cannot fund your own movie. It is always a disaster. Like, it never turns a profit. Like, I think it's like one of those taboo things that like it's automatically unlucky to fund your own movie when you are like doing a real movie. Like, look at that movie.
Again, I'm not an expert,
that movie,
but I feel like it's
horrific.
Yeah, well, it's an indicator that the red flags are there. If you can't get someone to back your idea financially, then maybe it's not a good idea.
Yeah, maybe work on it a little more, a little longer, do more production. I mean, there hasn't been that much time between the two movies. So like maybe just rewrite a couple scripts, like maybe have a good presentation or a demo tape of some kind. I don't know how it works with movies exactly, but I mean, there's got to be something you can do to kind of get investors back, or maybe try other investors or whatever. But we saw that J-Lo movie. I mean, that girl basically put her Vivo YouTube channel on like a long, like, it's like she had every video on that damn album, and that was it. It was just this one big music video with some random crap that made no sense, like, and fakes, fairy tales.
I didn't even watch it because you told me how ridiculous it was, so I just stayed away. And that's what happens, I guess, when you fund your own stuff. You just are in a tizzy to get it done. And we saw her be in a tizzy to get it done. We don't see that, I think, until the second episode, but this first episode's about to wrap up. But we do have Luna's birthday, which would be, again, like a nice, frilly, very simple scene for everyone to be a part of. But no, from production, we have to have a pregnancy scare here, which I completely agreed. I thought that this was like rage bait as well when they previewed this for everything. Even when it was happening this first episode, watching it, I'm like, this woman is not pregnant. They're doing this because this is a boring 1-year-old's birthday party. And again, hats off to them, because now I'm entertained and I'm watching and I care. But this woman is not pregnant. There's absolutely no way. And lo and behold, I mean, she is recommended by the two people next to her to take a pregnancy test, and she effing is pregnant.
Yeah, and she gets it delivered to her like DoorDash at a damn kids party. And I thought one of the funnier things about it, because they kept focusing on how she was DoorDashing it, I'm kind of like, she's involving like the cast surgeon in all this. Like, he knows about what's going on more than the rest of them do. Like,
the way that she just sauntered around like she does in this photo after ordering a pregnancy test from DoorDash, and then she just walks herself casually around the party, takes a picture with Mike, casually explains that she's spotting, walks around, eats some cake, and then picks up her pregnancy test outside, as if, on God's day, right, at a 1-year-old's birthday party, as if that's just normal. Because for Angelina, it is normal. It's just another birthday party.
And has the surgeon involved, like, just telling him the whole damn thing. And, this man, like, in my mind is like, oh, yes, that means I'll have some work to do later, because she's going to come back after that baby is born, and we're going to need to get some things retouched up.
Definitely. Sure. Definitely that. It was so funny, too. I remember on the actual scene when I was watching it. So Lauren explained to Mike on the way there that the surgeon and his wife were coming, and that they were sitting with Angelina and Sammy. And so his wife is sitting next to them, but she's not on camera. But you can see that at some point, while Angelina's talking about her missed period, his attention diverts to the side, which I imagine would be his wife, but I don't know. And he's nodding and listening to someone else. And she like nudges him to get his attention again, and then continues to talk about her missed period. And I'm just like, Angelina, you are a drain on every human around you. This is insane.
I know.
It's exhausting.
At first I missed the little I know Lauren said that, but I kind of went in one ear and out the other, but I kind of missed the name card at first until I had to like
Right.
I rewound the scene to kind of rewatch
I think
it.
I
But
have a picture of it because it's funny.
I was like, is this a guy she's dating? And she's like talking about the like, because eventually it gets to like, I don't know who that, like something about like the dad or whatever, like what she's been doing or whatever. Like she's just been screwing everybody or whatever. And I'm like, is this like a potential father to this baby? And this is how we're, and so when I saw this, I was a little bit more relieved, but I was still kind of like, so she's telling the plastic surgeon, like, is she letting him know so this way he knows later, like he's gonna need to hit her up for some,
I know,
for a touch up, you know, whether it's just Botox.
I mean, I think it was just like they happened to be sitting next to each other, and Angelina's an open book. But I mean, it's probably better to have a surgeon giving you advice than anyone else. Like a surgeon and a pregnant person were probably the best people to be next to her while she's trying to figure out what to do next with this spotting. So
sure. It would have been better to be an OBGYN, but okay.
Right. I mean, like, definitely that. But I mean, better than like, you know, Ronnie and Vinny and, you know, Nicole.
Yeah. I thought it was funny how she even mentioned it to Mike, but she still wanted it to be such a secret. But then she mentions like, oh, I might be pregnant, like to Mike of all people. Like,
I know.
girl.
She knew what she was doing with that as well. So like they all know
you
just as much as the
up.
production. Right. Just as much as the production is working, they're all working too. Like they know that they're filming a TV show. She planted that Mike seed on purpose completely, and then left him with no, like she could have went up to him and said, nope, it's not pregnant, you know, don't worry about it, please don't talk about it anymore. And he wouldn't have brought it up to the entire car in the next episode, because now it's just a mystery. And I bet you he will hire a damn PI at some point to figure this out.
You know, she's lucky it was his kid's party, because otherwise he wouldn't have let that go even then and there. And he would have followed her to the bathroom and waited outside. Like he's a nosy, like he wants to know, and I don't blame him.
He is,
yeah. But if it wasn't his kid's party, he would have been there. He would have been in the bathroom with her. And,
oh, definitely.
You know, giving her some kind of like, it's not the situation you're in now, but how you come out of it kind of bullcrap line, you know, like. Anyway, so
but Sam does also tell on herself at this party. She mentions her baby by he, and so Angelina now knows the secret.
I love Sammy, but this is another part where I was like, girl, what do you mean? Because like, you know how many times like I knew the baby sex before like my whole family and friends knew, because I was supposed to not know the baby's gender. It kind of happened on accident with the ultrasound tech, and then we did a little gender reveal for my husband's family, but then I realized, like, well, I should probably do something for my own. Like, I kind of feel bad, like just, you know, whatever. So I came up here and just pretend I didn't know. But you know how many times I slipped up and said he, and then the next time I'd be like, oh, well, she, like, it's just so easy to say he. Like I was even saying he before I knew it was a boy or anything like that. So like, it's just easy to come out the mouth, and people would be like, oh, so it's a boy. And I'm like, no, I just like, it's just easy to say. Like sometimes I say he, sometimes I say she. Like, you didn't have to like completely tell on yourself if you really didn't want people to know. Like you could just have said something like that, because I mean I was able to get away with it for like 4 months almost.
You have to remember though, and like for yourself, and especially the people who know you personally, you have a really good poker face, and you are an incredible prank puller, and you do it often.
You're gonna say liar.
No, you pull like these story pranks, and sometimes they go on for days or weeks or years. So I feel like people are more inclined when you're like, oh, I'm just messing around, or I'm just saying whatever I want. Like that's kind of like you. But Sam, I think her face said it all as soon as she said, like she gave it away with her face. But you have this great poker face because you're so good at telling stories, whether they're true or not.
This is just nice for Sam, a good liar, you guys.
No, really, you're probably not the best liar. Like I guess I don't really know, but I'm definitely
I
not
don't
saying
really.
that, but you have an incredible storytelling sense.
Yeah, I couldn't really make up something on the spot, but yeah, okay, I could see that. But I also am kind of like, in the car when she's like, I'm gonna mess it up. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
if that's why I'm kind of a fan of like, if you know you're not really good at, keeping that together,
Right.
to just find out like right before,
Yep.
actually announcing it, because otherwise it's going to be hard to live like that. It was hard for, like you said, like it's so easy for me or whatever. It was so hard for me to not slip up like every
Right.
time. Like, how many times I said he, or
Right. Totally.
then
I bet.
then
Yeah.
I have to be like, oh, she, or like, so the next sentence say she, and
Right.
so it looked like I was just confused. But
Yeah.
yeah,
But part of that too was like you were committed to trying at least to keep it a secret. I don't know how committed she actually was to trying to keep, like she says she was, but like you said, it's like as soon as she said it, she's like, oh, I outed myself. Okay, don't tell anyone. And then she goes as far as to point her little finger over at Angelina's and say, if it gets out, it's from you. Lady, you are over here just babbling the gender about your child at every sentence that you say.
yeah,
I've never even heard you say they or them or the baby. I've only heard you say he and him. So
yeah,
stop it. It's not anyone else's fault but your own if your fucking secret comes out.
right. Like, you could slip it up again later to Mike, and then it's all over with. And it just reminded me of
Yes.
like, who wrote the note? Yoto. So like, that's like kind of what's giving. I was like, damn, Sam. If it wasn't, most of the time Sam's not really the most like interesting in the episode, but like this was her episode. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
Sam,
Yeah.
you're almost more interesting than Angelina right now. Like, you
Yeah,
are
I've
going
been
head for head.
into Sam since she made her return. I really enjoy her being part of the cast again. So I'm
Mhm.
glad. I'm definitely glad that she's here.
And
But
well,
yeah,
to
so
Sammy's relief, Angelina goes and takes this test. So then this way she can also have a secret. So this way they can whatever. But Angelina's doing a much better job of keeping Sam's secret than the other way
yeah,
around.
yeah.
So which is shocking, kind of, but I guess.
Yeah, so the second episode or the 20th episode, however you want to call it, starts off with the actual confirmation that Angelina's is pregnant. And this was shocking to me. I was definitely shook to my core. I even didn't believe it right here because of the way her fingers were placed. I was like, no, it's not real. Like, I was in just as much disbelief as she was, but then they really did show it, legit. So, wow.
Well, and I thought it was funny when she's like, I gotta take like a few more, right? Like, this could be wrong. It's usually like a false negative than a false
Negative.
positive.
Yes.
It's very like
Right.
rare to have a false. It can happen, but it's a lot more rare to have a false positive than a false negatives happen a lot, because usually like it's like when your HCG levels aren't high enough and whatever. And I think that's what Sam was trying to tell her, like, no, girl, like your HCG levels are high enough for this to actually spell out. And those are the good tests, the ones that say pregnant, not
Yes, the
pregnant.
clear
Like,
blue ones are almost 100% accurate, really. So if it says pregnant, you're pregnant somehow. It could be a chemical pregnancy, could be a fallopian tube pregnancy, could be successful, but there is an implantation of some kind in a tube or an ovary, hopefully. So also, I could not get over this bunny. Was anyone else distracted by this guy? I mean, what a serious life-changing moment. Why is this even in the bathroom?
It's a bunny reading a book. Like, it's like a cult Easter in there.
Yes, like this is not a library bathroom. This is a restaurant, an Italian restaurant. And what is this?
I'm Italian. I'm our Italian connoisseur, but that is not. I could tell you if it was like the Christmas goat, but it's not. I know nothing about that bunny. Like,
you don't know about the reading bunny?
Oh, the Christmas donkey. There is a dominant Christmas donkey, all right, but there is no, from what I'm from my Italian experience, that thing is just a thing on the wall.
Okay. Unrelated.
I don't think so, but I'm not, I don't know everything about being Italian. I mean, I know a lot, but I can't tell
You know a
you.
lot.
I can't tell you what that thing is though.
Okay. Well, I
Maybe
just didn't know. I
stroganoff.
mean, apparently, I guess there are some animals connected to being Italian, but no bunnies,
Yeah.
especially no breeding bunnies. Okay, check.
I mean, not blue spotted, scary looking ones that I'm aware of, but that doesn't mean that it's not. Maybe I'll do a little research for you. All right, like
All right.
it's a sick nuts. The bunny.
So
And I don't know why they would
we
be
get
in the
the
bathroom if it was. So
right. I just yeah. I mean, I was perplexed that it was in the bathroom, and then also just having such an intimate moment like that, and then to have this bunny just be in the background. I was so distracted by watching this
yeah,
bunny. But the show continues, and all of a sudden they both decide to keep this a secret, which is understandable, especially for Angelina. Like, she still has a blood test to get, and she wants to make sure that things are way further along, I'm sure, before she starts telling the whole cast and all of that. But she did take a pregnancy test on camera, so there's already people who know. And she's Angelina. She tells everybody everything, like walking into the bathroom damn near with a pregnancy test, that she was doing that. And then she appears afterwards and she gets upset that other people have questions, want to follow up. It's very bizarre behavior, Angeliners.
yeah. Well, I mean, is it any different than what we're used to? Not really.
No.
So yeah,
I love
apparently she
watching
went
it.
home and she apparently went home and took multiple tests because she doesn't, the $20 don't really mean nothing to her, and she needed to know 5 times over that these tests were accurate. But these are like the most accurate tests, and they spell out being pregnant. But I can see that, she's probably in shock, so
I
we'll
can
give
see
it to
that
her.
too. Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
like, now I
I
gotta
think
tell
probably
the
the first time that
father.
I'm pregnant, I'm sure that I'll take at least 3 tests.
I took a few,
Yeah.
but I kind of believed it after like 2, 1, 2, honestly. But I was just doing the other ones just for
Well, the
fun.
first one, I think it's not like I won't believe it, I don't think, but it's just, you want to do it again.
Do it for fun, anyways. It's kind of like fun at that point. Like, how many can I get?
She looks like she's having. This is the face of fun right here. I was truly. That's why I took this picture, because she's just like, I'm gonna be on all these. Like, she's having a great time.
Sometimes there's 2 kinds of pregnant people, right? There's the ones that want to take multiple tests because it's just like, oh my God. And then there's the ones that are taking multiple tests because they're like, oh my God, please don't be.
Yeah.
Like, so.
Yeah. Is this a joke?
Yeah. Babies are a blessing, though. Yeah, I will say though that I kind of chuckled, and I was waiting for something when she was like, oh, no, I gotta call the father, and I was like, oh, good, we're gonna figure out who the father is, and nothing. I don't know.
Did you catch this?
Was. Yeah, exactly. When I saw that, I was like, they're really not gonna. This is Angelina. Like, okay, we'll find out eventually, but.
So, all things considered, the fact that this pregnancy probably didn't go to full term, it seems like there might be some drama around who this man is, and even his marital status. I do think that the questions around someone's marital status might have to do with 2.0, but I'd have to follow up to see if 2.0 has been recently married. If not, there's a scene of Angelina in the preview for the whole season saying, well, he's married, and crying and stuff. So it leads me to believe that maybe it's this John Donar. But I don't know. Of course, again, production gets to producing and they want us to be excited, but that is what they're trying to really show us, I think, in the season trailer, is that something's up with this guy for him to not be on camera, willing to be around, willing to be named. So,
I know, I feel like if that call was on speaker, they would have had the voice changer like they do the anonymous people.
Yes. I was expecting to have a voice changer, but we just didn't hear a voice at all.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I wrote down some of the notes from the season trailer, but that is what I gathered from it. But we'll see about it. I mean, we're gonna hear more.
As a married woman, how horrifying would that be to find out your husband was having a baby with freaking Angelina?
Well, and I think that's part of like why they're kind of protecting him as well. So I don't know. I guess we'll see when we see, because we'll be seeing whatever pans out. Maybe I'm wrong and maybe I'm right, but we'll be reacting to it right here on the ChickChat. So don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like the video. And we'll be back to see if that is the case or not. But we do move on. And this episode kind of dwindles really from here. And this is why we cover multiple episodes at once, because a lot of this is pretty basic. Not that it's not entertaining enough, because we like all these people by now, but they do have a little bit of a couple scenes where everyone's going to go and join and like visit Jenni because she's having some kind of mid-filming meltdown. She's really stressed out. Nobody's buying her Starbucks, so her friends need to come buy her Starbucks. And we have like the tale of two cars.
One's even investing. You're gonna have to pay for everything. You had to pay for the whole movie. Of course, you're gonna pay for your own Starbucks. What are you talking about?
I know. I know. Well, I think she meant like, when she's on Jersey Shore, the producers will bring her whatever she wants, but now she has to bring whatever her talent wants. But there's two cars.
If she asks her producers, and they're like, she asks their producers for a Starbucks. They're like, okay, where's your card? Like, I'll get it for you. You have to pay for it though.
They will, yeah. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, don't you have a personal assistant or something? I mean, you're directing a whole movie. I'm sure out of your staff of 40 that you keep talking about, one of them is a damn assistant. I would hope.
Hopefully, but you never know. Sometimes you gotta make cuts somewhere. I don't know how what kind of production of movie this is, but it can't be like that, crazy. But anyways.
Yeah, I don't know. But so there's two cars situations going on here. There's the secret pregnancy car, which has Sam and Angelina and all their secrets contained in this car with this Uber driver.
Oh my god! That for the NDA they had to sign. Oh my gosh!
I know. Actually, they showed the outside of the car while they were like driving down the highway, and the Uber driver had on these big ass headphones. Just like they probably made them turn on music or
something. Production is so funny on this show. Like,
I know, I did notice that. But yeah, so they're in an Uber talking about all their deepest secrets, most personal secrets. And then in the other car, there's Mike and Snooki and Deaners and Vinny. And Mike proceeds to tell everybody about what happened at Luna's birthday party and that Angelina thinks that she might be pregnant. And Dina doesn't even know that Angelina's been trying to raw dog her way to motherhood. So she's like completely shocked.
Why'd you have to say it like that?
Because that's what she was doing.
I would have named the episode that if it wouldn't got me flagged.
That's what she was doing.
I mean, I guess that's how you get there, Miss Brooke.
That's yeah. Don't you know, Anne? You have a baby. That's how it works.
I know. I just wasn't expecting it. Anyway, so yeah. And then so they get to the location, and obviously as a pregnant woman, you have to pee all the time. Like, I've never peed or drank so much liquid and peed and then wonder why I had to pee so much, even though I'm drinking so much liquid in my entire life. And I didn't even realize how bad it was till I wasn't pregnant anymore, like how much I was doing that. So they all rushed to the bathroom and stuff. And I kind of think this was kind of a silly scene to me too, because they're like, oh, Sam, you go first, you're pregnant. And Sam looks at Angelina, she's like, so do you want to go first? And I'm like, girl, I know you're pregnant, but like, there ain't no way people aren't gonna. And then she's like, well, I wonder why they would ask that if they didn't like have some kind of suspicion. I'm like, I mean, girl, not only did Mike say something, but you just asked her to go to the bath. Like they just said, are you
the pregnant girl should go to the bathroom?
Yeah, the pregnant girl. And then you said, what about you? Yeah, I mean, that's a solid chain of events where I wouldn't even think about Mike, I guess. I know production threw that in there, but I'm like, Sam, you just said, how about you? And then she's like, I had no clue why they asked.
I know. Crazy. I mean, I understand that Sammy didn't know the conversation that happened in the car, but like, yeah, it was exactly. And I mean, Sam says that Angelina was talking about having to pee the whole time. So I get why she said that, but she really should have been more mindful. And again, I mean, these whole 2 episodes made me just chuckle about how hard it is for Sammy to keep any kind of secret. Like, she's got to be the type of person that, like, she's so anxious to keep the secret that it's at the top of her mind all the time, and it just like slips out of her mouth. Because I've been there, definitely. But it's like you really do have to store it like in the back of your brain, or just forget about it completely. Yeah.
I will say, I don't know if this is part of like pregnancy as well, because sometimes, you just can't control like sometimes things just slip out or whatever. It's a lot harder to keep your mental state consistent. I've been through that, but thank God this girl didn't write the note. We would have known who wrote the note in the first 20 minutes of that, like
on accident. Like, yeah, it was just she can't.
Thank God she received the note and didn't write the note, because that would have been it would have still been an interesting season, but we wouldn't have had a few episodes of her trying to figure out who wrote the note and interrogating every roommate.
I know, but wasn't that a thrill for us all to watch too?
My favorite thing about that note crap was like she was asking everybody if everything was true in the note, but she was really more concerned about who wrote it than what was in it.
I know.
Good times.
Yeah, anyways. I know. Really dysfunctional, fun times. I do miss those days. Jersey Shore is one of my favorite shows still to this day to watch old episodes of. That and Laguna Beach. I can really binge on. But we visit Jen at her set. Mike is pleased with the foods. Everyone gets to watch a scene of somebody dying. They all look scared and surprised when they're watching this, but I don't know. Even the we're talking about how the movie's called Nanny Cam, and it's sort of like suggesty a little bit. At least that's how I hear it. And then the scene that they watched, you could hear the audio, and it literally sounds like an adult film again, like the pizza man delivery. Like, this man is walking into somebody's house and he's like, delivery for blah, blah, blah. And then bam, he's dead. Like, this does not take creative gumption to write. Like, this is pretty basic adult film with some death twisted in. It's not giving me serious film.
I mean, I haven't seen the movie yet, so I won't completely, go crazy. But I'm going to say that these are the same people at the last movie that acted so scared and like, this is the best thing they ever seen. And like, I get it, it's your friend. And like, how exciting to see a movie that your friend has made and, whatever. But then I go online and I see the reviews and it's like the opposite of what they're saying. So I'm like, who's right here? And I noticed, look at Vinny.
He was not
moved.
Yeah.
He ain't moved a facial muscle. I don't believe it.
He is protecting his body though, so that could be maybe suggestive of a reaction, but I don't think so.
Nah, men are always protecting that, like, and nothing to do with that.
Especially when he's sitting next to Angelina. Actually, that's necessary. So.
Exactly. So I'm not convinced, but I do like that she's got a lot of good support. And I'm not even gonna say that Jenny's movie is even like not scary. I haven't seen it, but I'm not sure. Like I think that it's going to take some time for her to develop that skill, and I think she should keep making movies if that's what she wants to do, and that's her passion project.
Agreed.
And whatever, and not expect much in the first couple of movies, because it's really just trying to figure your way into that. Like, it's not going to be, oh, my first movie was like okay, and now my next movie's like great. Like, it's going to take some time for her to actually get in that niche. But I also feel like, I don't know. I wasn't convinced that it was scary from that, but maybe it was. I don't know.
Maybe,
I'm not trying to be
maybe
cynical.
possible.
Just observant, but I'm not trying to be cynical.
So while they're visiting, they do decide that they want to plan their next trip. It seems like they were thinking of going somewhere maybe on the West Coast or something. But then Paulie texts and says that he can't go during that time to that place because he's going to be in Boston. So they all decide that they're going to go to Boston anyways, or instead. And I think that they're thinking or assuming that that means that Sam can come because they don't have to fly to Boston because they live in Jersey. They could just drive to Boston. But we do find out that Sam is still a little bit apprehensive about being in a car for that long and potentially getting blood clots and things like that. She's just really worried. She's lost a couple of pregnancies. She's had IVF. She's a high-risk pregnancy. So I think she's just scared, as anyone would expect.
That, and we don't know how like sick she gets, if she's in a car that long. I'm not sure how long the drive is, but I know my drive from Texas to Michigan, like I had to do it. So I was like 5 months pregnant and I had to do it. But my doctor said to get out every 2 hours at least, or like around there, and like get up and walk around to avoid blood clots and stuff. So it's like a real thing. And I don't blame her for not wanting to sit in a car like that, especially like 4 or 5 months, 3, 4, 5 months pregnant. You just don't want to do anything wrong.
The further you get away from home, the further you get away from your doctors and the things that make you feel comfortable. And, again, not that you like anticipate something bad happening, but I think the further you get away, the more natural it is to feel, like you're vulnerable, like you're in a space that might not be as safe.
Not that they wouldn't have like the best care, but it's still.
Yeah, you can go to any hospital. There's always a hospital somewhere, but yeah, it's more of a mental thing.
Yeah, it's a multitude of things. Like I don't blame her for now on it. I probably wouldn't have done it either. But I'm like, what's in Boston that I'm going to risk getting a blood clot for? Like, no thanks. I'm going to chill at home and make my baby room up like I'm a nest.
Right. Yeah. So, they end up leaving. It was just like, I think like a little quick trip to probably film a scene while she's filming scenes. But they get in the car and Angelina's immediately spiraling because of what Mike said. And I just don't get it. I get it, but I don't get it because it's like, Angelina, you pranced around a 1-year-old's birthday party and told anyone you interacted with that you were about to take a pregnancy test. And then you walked out of that bathroom.
The surgeon.
Yeah.
Also had to do with make an appointment with that man. You told the surgeon.
Yes. There are people who know.
Right. Lauren just needed to go in for a Botox refill or something, and then she would have heard an earful from that surgeon. Like, ain't no way. Like, I know, but this is Angelina, right? Like she does this and then she don't understand what's going on. And that's just peak, Angelina. So I don't
peak Angelina.
If this wasn't her regular behavior, I would think
it'd be more to talk about. But no, this is just par for the course for this lady. I mean, even Sammy was like, just calm down. Like nothing bad is happening. Nobody is upset. Like, you need to just leave it alone. But she decided she's going to exile herself for a while, and she is moving. So I think it's a good excuse for her to, just take some time away and take care of herself and all of that. I'm sure she does have a lot on her mind at that particular point in her life. So
Jen comes home. I think that Sammy being like a sister.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I do think Sammy being like sister mothers with her, whatever, right now has benefited her as well, because I think Angelina would have normally came back and was like, "Why did you say that? Why did you do that?" Now they're asking me if I'm pregnant. Like she just completely said screw all that. I think being sister mothers is made them
I think that's
a
why
stronger
Mike is
unit.
getting a little bit of a stronger reaction, possibly because she can't react to Sam's little blunder. But she definitely can be mad at Mike, and everybody is always mad at Mike. So it's kind of, again, par for the course, more normal things happening here on the Jersey Shore. But we do see Mike start to like begin the process of opening up a recovery center. We also see Jenni return home from filming her movie, and she seems a lot more relaxed. And then they get into this like say yes to the dress kind of part of the episode, which again, hats off to production. They made it all cute with the narrator and the little like name cards on the bottom, and they all got to pick a dress and all of that. But I don't think Anne and I are probably going to spend a ton of time on all of that. I mean, it was
Honestly,
cute
this
to
is
watch.
where I zoned out.
Yeah.
This is where I zoned
But
out. I know
we
she
do get
doesn't want to get
another
married.
gender reveal.
Yeah.
We get this gender
sorry.
reveal that happens. Okay.
I think the audio is like a little bit behind.
Oh. Well, we'll survive.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
So yeah, not much is going on when it comes to the dresses, but we do get this gender reveal that happens again on accident and not by Angelina's doing, even though Sam was so concerned that Angelina was going to be the one to spill her secret. She should know herself enough by now to know that she's going to spill her own secrets. So everybody knows now, at least all the girls know now. And I do think she's still going to attempt to have a gender reveal, which is going to be really funny.
I saw pictures of it on her Facebook or her Instagram. So yeah, they're definitely going to do one when everybody already knows. So I mean, par for the course. I mean, it's good to have some self-awareness though, and know like I've been messing up these secrets left and right. So let's just call a spade a spade.
I wish she would. And I hope that she does this gender reveal like next episode so that we can get this all out of the way, because it is going to get tired to me of her not being able to keep a secret. But right now it's entertaining and it's funny. So I hope the gender reveal happens really soon. Half the cast already knows. So it's time.
Yeah.
As far as the dresses go, I mean, they're all pretty, but who knows what she's actually going to wear to her wedding. So I'm not, too interested in all these random dresses, but I do think this one was my favorite. I think this is the one that Dina picked because it has pockets and she was obsessed with the pockets. This is the one that
don't have pockets. A lot of them don't.
I know. So, this is the one that Jenni picked, the Little Mermaid style situation. I know it's a really popular style and it is pretty on people, but I just hate those dresses for some reason.
I don't care for them, but it's very Jenni to me. It's definitely something to
and like this looks great on her. I don't know what it is. I don't like that style of dress. And then this is the one that Snooki picked.
I think like,
it's pretty.
It's got to be the right dress. Yeah.
Yeah. I just feel like with these mermaid style dresses, like it just turns from your hips to your knees into like one lump. And for some people that's like an appealing look, but I just like it's too lumpy for me. I don't know. I don't know.
I was shocked when I was trying on dresses that I actually liked a semi-mermaid style on me, because I was like, I'm too short for a mermaid. Like, you got to be like a tall girl to pull off like a mermaid a lot of times. I don't know. I mean, honestly, it's whatever you like on yourself. But yeah, it's not like my preferred style, just because I feel like I'd always focus on my belly and like I'm just so short.
I think that's why I don't like it either. And again, like
there's not enough length between my belly and my knee. Like there's nowhere like it doesn't. I'm too short for it usually. So
I know. I feel the same way. And I like the way that they look on people. I mean, a wedding gown is gorgeous. Like the wedding gown that you choose for you is going to be gorgeous regardless of people's opinions, because it's like what you think looks best on your body, like you said. But and I don't have anything against like a woman in a mermaid dress, but I just am perplexed with like the popularity of I don't know. But it's the same thing for me. It's like I'm always overly focused on my stomach, and to have like your stomach just be added to more and accentuated, I'm just like, not for me.
Yeah, it's not really my taste, but some short girls can do it too. Like I don't know. It really just depends on you, I guess. You know, so anyways.
Yes. So this was kind of like a little beachy type of wedding dress. I don't think for the vibe that Sam is going for. She ends up not picking any of those dresses, and they end up going somewhere else where everyone else got their wedding dresses. I'm just like, why didn't we just go there in the first place? But in the meantime, Vinny gives his mom a call to download it, like all of the information about his life and about the next 2 days of what all his plans are, so that his mom can give him the pat on the head and tell him how great he is and how much she loves him.
She's like his AI, well, ChatGPT, right? Like,
yes. And this is not the greatest picture, but this is the dress that Sam apparently, allegedly ends up choosing. She said she loved it, but she also didn't seem really committed when they asked if it was like a yes. She said she wanted to go home and think about it. Again, if this is your dress, then it's beautiful and perfect, but this is the least favorite dress, in my opinion, that I have seen in this episode.
Yeah. It's just it's so hard because she's like 5 months pregnant, probably here, 4 months pregnant. And I feel like that would be a hard time for me to like want to pick a dress, because your body does change so much after pregnancy. I mean, before and after, I don't know. But to me, I know she wanted to get married pretty fast after, but I'm kind of like, I think I just would have like tried, like you got probably some kind of connection with Jersey Shore and stuff. I probably just would have picked a dress like right after, like, and got it like altered like on Express or something, because I know she didn't have a ton of time between having the baby and getting married. And I mean, I don't know. I guess to me, I would have either done one before the other really quick, if that's what you're gonna do. I don't know. It's hard for me to want to try on it would have been so hard for me pregnant to want to pick my wedding dress, because for one, like what looks good on you now might not be what you want later. Like you might, snap right back.
Well, and she said that. Like she said that she was really struggling with like even finding the type of dress that she wanted. And she didn't come with any inspiration pictures because she didn't really feel good. But looking at these dresses that she's trying on, like her stomach is not the problem. She looks great in these dresses. Like it's not like you can even see where like she's going to need to get it, taken in and whatever anyways. But to me, her stomach is not the problem. She's talking about being misshapen or whatever. I'm sure it looks different to her, but these dresses are not like, oh, it hits you really bad right here. They all look great.
Yeah, I guess to me, it's just hard because you're like planning, you're buying a dress for the body you think you might have after pregnancy instead of the one that you are currently in. And most people buy a dress for the body that they're currently in. Right. Yeah, that's the hardest part. And a lot of people go into wedding dresses like, oh, I'll probably lose like 10 pounds or something like that. Like, but you usually buy a dress for the body that you're in, and then it maybe hope to lose some pounds and then get it adjusted. Sure. But this is like your body can completely be a whole different body. I mean, for me right now, I swear, like, I feel like I don't even know that girl that was pregnant. Like, I couldn't even, if I chose a dress then for my wedding, I don't even know. Like, I would be miserable right now because I'd be wanting to change it. So, and the same thing with the alterations. Like, I know, like, maybe she has to order the dress, because sometimes it takes months and months for the dress to come in. Although I think with her notoriety, she could get a dress sooner, or like have somebody make her one or something.
Like, notable?
Yes and no. I mean, more than us, like she might be able to get a little bit more of a deal where she's at, or, for that, like she might have somebody that'll make it for her or whatever. But regardless, I mean, she's going to have to go through so many different.
I mean, she's not a sample size. It's still going to have to be made for her size.
I know. It's just hard. I don't know. Because either way, she's going to have to do like all her alterations within like 5 months. And she's going to have to keep going back and back and back, because like her body's going to just keep changing. And
but I don't know. I mean,
like, that's what's so hard for me.
She talked about that. She knows that that's what she's signing up for. She's not very happy about it, but I mean, this is the plan that they've made. So this is the situation that they're going to have to be in. And I think this is the hardest part for her. I think she said that, like, out of all the wedding planning, finding a dress is the hardest part, because it is actually impossible for her to envision what her body is going to look like and what she's going to be happy with, or wanting to cover up, or wanting to show off. A lot of it's going to change over like months to months.
But she's not been pregnant before. Yeah. But if she's gonna, you know what, she's got to do it. She's got to do it this way. If she's gonna get married on Ron's birthday, it's right around the corner. We got to get it done. We got to get the dress ordered, Sam. If we're gonna make it for Ron's birthday, married. Got to do it.
December 4th. It is.
I didn't even know his birthday until this happened.
Me neither. Me neither.
No, I'll never forget.
Yeah. I'm going to text you every day for the rest of our lives and be like, it's December 4th.
Like it's October 3rd.
Yes. All of those days are now etched into history. We see a little bit of Vinny's stand-up comedy while he's in Chicago. Polly is also in Chicago, and they end up meeting up afterwards. Polly makes sure to bring pizza and roses, and they have a little sneaky link in the back of the comedy show place.
Yeah.
Vinny does take the time to tell Polly that, you know, you haven't really been around, so you haven't got the Angelina's tea, but she has been talking about possibly, and actually laughed out loud when Polly said this. He was like, I thought that you were more careful, which I mean, I know that that's always like the running joke, but it was just a well-placed joke for Polly, so I respected it.
He's always got good timing. He's the one that needs to be the comedian up there. I just like, I was thinking about this too. Like, when does Vinny do shows? Like, how come I never hear about these shows to go like buy a ticket or something? Like, I mean, does he ever promote these things? Am I just not seeing it? Like, I know I follow him on Instagram, but maybe they're just not in my feed. I don't know. But are these things being promoted to where people can go, or is this just like a production, like Rouge, where we're supposed to?
It's a good question.
I don't know. Let me know if you've been to one of Vinny's shows, because I would go if I knew. I just never know.
Yeah. And maybe that's part of like the limited promotion, because they have been selling everything out so much. Maybe they're just promoting to like a fan base, or, you know, some kind of like subscriber base, or people who sent emails, you know, to like whatever. But yeah, I agree. I would be surprised. I also know he's kind of just getting started. He's not really like on a tour or anything. So maybe eventually it'll be more accessible. But yeah, I would go too. It would be fun just to see him.
Just to be there.
But we've wrapped the episode up here with Vinny. There's kind of like a tale of two stories going on at the end, where Vinny is wrapping up his comedy show thing. There's like a meet and greet after him and Polly met up. And Polly is just getting his set started, and everyone's partying, and the energy is like super high. And so it's like this dueling storyline. Vinny leaves his meet and greet. He goes into his lonely, quiet, sad, empty hotel room. He listens to a total of 5 voicemails from his mother, while Polly is like fist pumping, doing a whole DJ set. He's calling Vinny on FaceTime, leaving him voicemails about where he is. And we all know where this man is. He's sleeping in bed. Even his mom sent him another voicemail and said, I hope that you're sleeping. So, okay, Paula, he's sleeping.
I love her so much. She's one of my favorites on there. She's just so relatable to me. Like, I know that woman. Yeah. I've been around that woman many times. I will become that woman one day. I will, with my own.
That's a lot of voicemails, Miss
son. I'm ready. I can say a lot of things. I have a YouTube channel. I'm ready to talk. Anyways, this is like the example of me in my 20s versus me now. Like, I am Vinny. Okay. I just want to go home and listen to some voicemails and eat some pizza, but like not keto pizza, like real pizza with the crust and stuff.
the
And just
cheese
like,
and
to lay
bread.
down. Only thing he's missing is like the TV on, because I can't just sleep in silence.
Same.
But
yeah.
I'm a third child. I can't just sleep in silence. I need some kind of
I'm an only
chaos.
child. I can't sleep in silence. So I hear you.
Yeah.
But I do have a couple previews for all of us. I have the preview for next time, and then I will go over the whole season preview from the first episode too. Next time, I don't know if we'll jump right back in and cover the next episode. I think we need to build up a little bit of Boston, but we'll see. There is going to be some dramas. Apparently, there's going to be some shots fired verbally, and Angelina's going to be mad at somebody. I would guess Mike, but it could be anybody, as we all know. And Dina tells. It could always be anyone. Dina's calling someone out, calling them a bougie little biatch. I don't know who she's talking to either. I think Mike, but I don't know. I'm noticing I'm biased. I think everyone's always mad at Mike, so I could be very wrong. I have no idea.
Sometimes it's Lauren, who's an extension of Mike, but it's usually
that
Mike.
is true. Usually, yeah. I mean, Angelina gets mad at Lauren a lot.
Yep. Yeah, if it's Angelina, it could be Lauren, but.
Yes. But with it being Dina, I don't know. I feel like it's either Vinny or Mike.
Or maybe Angelina, unless she's pregnant or something. I mean, you never know. But she tends to really get mad at the guys more. It's her safer zone. So
definitely. So we do have like the larger season preview. We will see Sammy's gender reveal, which has already been revealed, but she's, going to do a gender reveal. We will follow along with Angie's pregnancy journey. We don't know where that will take us. Ronnie is going to get married on Sam's birthday, as we discussed. Ronnie has a German girlfriend.
Wait, Ronnie's getting married on Sam's birthday?
Sorry, Sam is getting married.
I was like, wow, they did it to each other? Like, holy shit.
Wow. No, that would be incredible, actually. I hope that happens whenever Ronnie does get married. I hope he chooses Sam's birthday, even if it's on like a Tuesday.
I had literally had a heart palpitation thinking like, oh my gosh, really? Like these people are still going at it. Like all these years later and we're still getting
but I hope that happens, and I hope it's on a Tuesday, just so that it's like very glaringly obvious that that's why he did that.
Yeah, wasn't hers on like a random weekday?
No, I think
hers also like on a weekday.
Well, let me look because I got my calendar here. December 2025. It's on a Thursday. December 4th is on a Thursday.
I knew it. But I mean, like Thursdays aren't like the weirdest days to get married, but they're like, why don't you just pick a Friday? Or like
they're the weirdest days behind, like that's the top on the list Sunday. Unless you get married on a Monday through Wednesday. Like
or like even Sunday weddings are a little bit like I used to work weddings. I don't think I ever worked a Thursday wedding.
No, I'd rather get married on a Tuesday than Sunday.
I feel like if I did, even the Sunday weddings were usually like old, like more mature couples, like older couples were like getting married on those because they didn't really like care about partying after, like their guests like being hungover the next day at work or whatever. They were like usually smaller weddings that, were more just
more intimate,
like older crowd.
Yes.
Yeah, but I don't remember if I've ever done a Thursday wedding. I definitely done some Sunday weddings, but wow.
Yeah, Thursday is interesting, definitely. So, I mean, maybe that was an intentionally done thing as well. I also know that the venue that they're choosing is a huge venue, very popular. It's already been on TV at least once. I'm sure more times. It's like a damn castle. So maybe they're really booked, right? I mean, maybe they're doing weddings every day of the week, and it's more of like you get married here rather than, choose your date to fit or suit your.
I would like to think too that they just got a better deal as well. Like they're trying to save a little bit of money and go on a Thursday.
Production probably going to give them a chunk of money to film it.
I don't know. I have no idea, but even so, with like this season about to like maybe be the last season, like maybe they just were trying to save a little bit of money if so, and I don't know. I'd like to think that other than like she just chose Ron's birthday. I'd like to think that that was like the only day really available and that she
I
got
doubt
the deal.
that was
like,
at the top of her mind. Like, I know that that's the drama and that's
But
funny
you
and
knew.
everything, but of course she knew. But like, I think just as
But
much
you
as she
know.
knew and she decided it's not that big of a deal and I'm still going to get married, like, I think it's just not important to her at all. Like, I think she's really quite moved on. Like, I don't think she did
No,
it
I don't think she like,
despite him or in spite of him. I think it literally
no.
just happened, and she was like, "I don't care because he's irrelevant either way."
For her though, like if I was her, I'd be more like, oh my gosh, what are the people gonna say, or what is Mike gonna tease me about, or like whatever. I don't got the patience for that. But yeah, I don't think she like maliciously did it. I just think it's funny that like in this meeting at some point, the person was like, well, we have December 4th. And in her mind, like she spent like, I don't know, like 8 years with this man or something. And she's like, on my ex's birthday. Well, it's what's available.
Gotta start
So
somewhere. Yep. It's gotta
now the day
happen
can mean
sometime.
more to me than it ever has. This is so funny
Yes.
that her anniversary is always going to be on Ron's birthday. Like, what a way
I know.
to never have to go to
It's
his
not one
birthday
of those
party ever
things
again.
like Easter where it like falls on a different day every, it's like December 4th will always be his birthday and it will always be your anniversary, which is chef's kiss. I mean, again, I will always text you on December 4th and we'll have a laugh and a little celebration for
Happy birthday, happy
Ron
anniversary.
and Sam.
It's a win-win because then she never has to go to like Ron's birthday party and he'll never have to go to her anniversary party, really. Like they can always be like, it's my birthday, it's my anniversary. I get it.
So we have a couple of other things that are going to happen on the season. We're gonna see Dina demanding an apology from someone. We're gonna see Sam's wedding with a caveat of an Angelina meltdown about the wedding and about the venue, even though she apparently agreed to the venue and the whole situation.
She did.
We're going to see a roast of the Jersey Shore, which I'm really excited about. I don't know how much they're actually going to show because it seems like it's another show in itself, but I would like to see the whole thing.
Well, we almost went. I would have went if I wasn't pregnant at the time, but we were going to go. It really wasn't that far. We were thinking about it. Yeah, me, you, and Taylor were like sharing it with each other. And I was like, oh, I'd go, but I'm just too pregnant for that right now.
I forgot all about that. Wow.
Yeah, we were going to go. Mm-hmm. Yeah. If I wasn't pregnant, we probably would have went, honestly, because you were both like, I want to go. And I was like,
oh, yeah, I would have been down. I'm always down for a roast of Jersey Shore. Holy cow.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm usually the one that like that annoys everybody enough to actually make it happen. So like if I usually don't want to go in the group thing, like that usually don't happen. If I'm being honest.
Probably. Yeah. There always needs to be a hunter and gatherer in every group.
Yeah.
And is that for us?
Yeah.
We're also gonna see a little bit of Nikki. This is the last one. We're going to see a little bit of Nikki talking about the lack of seriousness that Polly has about their future, about a family, about really anything, which honestly is refreshing that we're going to see something about that because I'm very tired of it just being like tiptoed around and not discussed. Like it was very clear on Shot at Love what this woman wanted with her life, what her intentions were with Polly. And now here we are like a decade in and he's done nothing. And I would at least like to know the agreements that they have made with each other in order to sustain a relationship this long when he's giving her absolutely nothing, not even an engagement ring. They're not engaged, are they?
No, I don't think so, unless it's like just not like they might have like a promise ring or something. I don't know. But yeah, I agree with that because I just don't like how the last season they kept joking about it's almost like a joke now. And I would be so annoyed if I was her. Like I've been waiting so long for this man to propose to me just for to like be now a running joke on the show. Like nah.
Yeah. No. I wouldn't be waiting any longer. Not
it took me to Jamaica.
Television. Right. Yeah, that was all.
Like he should have proposed in Jamaica. Okay. Yeah. I would have been expecting a proposal in Jamaica. I bet she was a little hurt, honestly, after that. Maybe
Well, and
that's
it
why she's
seems
having a
like she
conversation.
almost knew in her mind, if I'm remembering, like, we're not gonna get engaged. Like, it's not like there was a like hopefulness or anything like that. The cast kept making jokes about it, but it seemed like she was really dismissive about it. Like she knew. And it's like, if that's the case, then you and Polly, in my mind at least, had to have come to some kind of agreement as to like, this is what our goals are and this is what we're doing together.
Yeah.
This is our level of commitment or what we share. And it's obviously not marriage and kids. So what is it? And if he's not making these agreements with her, then why is she sticking around? Like,
well, and some people don't want to get married, you know, but some people don't get married, but then they make other plans. Like, okay, well, we're not going to get married, but maybe we'll have a kid, or maybe we'll do this, or maybe we'll do like
we'll have a business, or we'll travel, or we'll whatever. Like, and you don't have to have those things, but I just know when she entered that relationship, she wanted much more than to just be someone's arm candy and travel around with him.
Yep. For a decade. Yeah. And she's getting in her, she's our age, I believe. She's in her like early mid 30s. So like, I mean, just like with Angelina and this pregnancy thing, like, I don't blame her for wanting to like lock something down. Like, are you going to give me what I want? Because like my time is ticking. Like girls don't have their whole lives to have kids. Okay. I mean, like sometimes you get the ones that can have kids in their 40s and like whatever, but like that's pretty rare. And like, honestly, like that's kind of like, me having kids in my 30s feels old to me. And I don't want to be pregnant in my 40s. And, you know, it just feels like my body already, like I could barely do it with my body in the 30s. If I did it in the 40s, I mean, some people, power to you, but I'd probably die. So, yeah, I just think like she has every right to be like, I want to know where my future is going, because otherwise we're just going to be chilling here till we're 50 and I'm still not getting what I want. So,
yeah. And I understand supporting his career, especially, you know, the way that she entered a relationship with him, but that doesn't mean that you give up all of your goals, you know? And so again, like that just begs the question to me of like, what has he promised her or what have they decided? Because like, I just couldn't imagine. I don't care how great the person is. Like, she's just been sitting on ice on the shelf for like 10 years. Like, do something with this woman.
No one wants that. And Pauly D, like, yeah, sure, support his career, but his career is well established, like over the course of many years. Like his DJ stuff's not going anywhere. I mean, he's still going to keep doing that. What else is there left? It's not like he's an up and coming DJ. Like he is well established, the top earning, I think, DJ that there is. And
by far,
he's got it. And his show, like there's nothing more stable than what he's got going on. So there's no reason to put off your wants to support something that's already been going on. Like,
agreed. Very much agreed.
Yeah.
So, well, anyway. I think we leave it here for today. We're just at the beginning. So we'll be back to talk with you all. I know we said that this earlier, but we might, I mean, we'll be on weekly if it requires it. I don't have a problem with that, but Jersey Shore kind of builds, you know, like a climax, and then they'll give us a cliffhanger and then, you know, do some other things. So we'll come back when it's necessary, probably not more than like every 2 or 3 weeks. But drop your comments if you want to hear us react, or comment next week about the Teen Mom documentary that's coming out on Investigative Discovery. It's coming out on Monday, I think, at like 8 o'clock. I think you can also get it on like Discovery Plus and all those kinds of apps too. Yeah. So drop some comments if you want us to chat about that. I think that's something we'd probably be open to if you guys cared to listen. If not, then we'll just talk about it on the phone together. So we'll see you all later, ChickChat. Thank you for joining us for our first episode back for Jersey Shore. It's always a fun one to cover with you guys, lighthearted. So we'll see you next time.
All right. We do for you. Cycle Rihanna. Goodbye. And please like the video. Oh my God, I was like about to burp. Sorry.